How do you think KD and Kyrie should respond to those sweet comments?
I think they'll respond with just play. You're talking about two veteran guys there, and they'll just respond with their play, opposing to going back with the Twitter and all the other stuff. It's going to be their play.
It's good to see you, my brother. It's good to see you. Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question, Rasheed. When you look at this Philadelphia 76ers team, now obviously I saw Kevin Durant, Kyrie, James Harden. I'm like, they're going to the damn finals. I don't give a damn what defensive problems they had at the beginning of the season. They're going to the damn finals. Who's going to stop these boys? But I will acknowledge I've been very, very impressed with what Doc Rivers has done with the Philadelphia 76ers. How much of a threat are the 76ers to Brooklyn? And are they the number one threat in the Eastern Conference to the Brooklyn Nets as far as you're concerned?
Well, you definitely got to say that because don't get me wrong, Brooklyn has a trifecta. You know, they have three great players with Kyrie, Honey Bun, and KD. So those three guys, you got to respect them. But the Sixers, I think what makes them a little bit different, and, you know, I would have to give the edge to them is the fact that that team has been together for a couple of years.
So you got the Philadelphia. Hold on, Max. You're giving the edge to the 76ers? Like they're the team you're picking to come out of the East?
Well, all right, forget it. I'm going to go ahead and say it,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, don't dance. You ain't been dancing before. Don't dance now. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Max.
Show up with a P on the hat. Show up with a P on the hat and take the Philadelphia team.
Simon Gratz in the house.
Sheed, wait a minute.
Philly.
Hold on a second. I understand taking the Sixers in this game. Nets coming off second of back-to-back. No James Harden. But just like your 04 Pistons team, to me, was the greatest defensive team in the history of American team sports. Apologies to Ravens teams in football and Cardinals teams in baseball. I've never seen defense like that in any sport, right? By the end of this season, if these three cats are healthy, this is going to be the greatest offensive team in history, any sport. When they haven't even played together, they were doing the Western Conference, just Harden and Kyrie. You're taking the Sixers to beat a fully loaded Brooklyn team?
Well, that's the thing, Max. What's the magic word in what you said? If. You know, I don't think those three guys talking about Kyrie, Harden, and KD, I don't think they played too many games together with all three of them. It's always one guy sitting out. You know, it could be KD and James Harden playing, and you might have Kyrie sitting out for personal reasons. Then you could have Kyrie and KD playing. Then you got Harden sitting out for, you know, whatever reason, injuries or whatever. But like you said, if those three guys are healthy, and then on the other side of it, I would get that to the Sixers because especially, and here's my if Embiid is healthy. You know, if Joel Embiid is healthy, he's a monster to handle, dog, on everything.
Right now, Rasheed Wallace, right now, if you had to pick the league MVP, who is it? Take your time. That's
a tough one. That's a tough one. That's a tough one, Steve, because, you know, everybody hasn't played in all of the games. You know, I want to say Embiid, but you know, he hasn't played in all of the games because of, you know, health reasons or whatever. But it's tough. But right now, I would have to give it to Dame myself because he's played in the majority of all the games. We already know Dame is a monster. You know what I'm saying? So I would have to give it to him at this moment. If you ask me, Steve, at this moment.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think I agree with that, although it's close because Jokic is doing things centers are not supposed to do.
And hasn't missed a game, Max. And hasn't missed a game.
Hasn't missed a game. This dude can bring the ball up, one of the best passers you ever seen, bomb from the outside, a load on the inside on offense. He is the real deal.
Can't jump on a curb.
Early
still
kind
can't
of
be stopped.
As one of the early kind of like stretch big type players, like because you could shoot from the outside, especially by the standards of that day. You mentioned Embiid, but when you see these modern bigs like Embiid and Jokic and the things that they can do now, I know Shaq was talking about the freak saying, man, I wish they would have let me play like that. I wanted to play like that. I just really wasn't allowed. What do you think when you watch Embiid and Jokic and these dudes?
Like, wow. That's my main word, especially with the Joker. You know, I kind of, even though I didn't see it with my own eyes, I can kind of sort of put him on that same pedestal with Jokic being like a young Sabonis. You know, Jokic is a hell of a passer to be 7'1", 7'2". You know, he has pretty good footwork, got post moves, and he's a stretch as well. You know, knock down that corner tramp or from the top. I would have to say he's like a young Sabonis, yo.
Rasheed, your last season was 2012, 2013. As you've had an opportunity to just watch the game, because I know you doing your thing and you paying attention to what's going on. Talk to me about where you are right now in terms of when you look at the NBA game. Do you find yourself at times wishing you were still playing? Are you happy in retirement? What's the deal with you, my man?
Well, you know, in your words, Steve, all I gotta do is put it down and, you know, put the drinks down and, you know, get in shape. Then, you know, I feel like I could play in the NBA, especially with these rules. But, you know, that's a whole different story in itself, my man. You know, it's just a different breed now. You know, I'm not disrespecting any of the younger players or any of the guys that's playing in the league right now, but they're on a different page. You know, of course, when I played back in the 90s and the early 2000s, it was all about physicality and, you know, defense. And, of course, the NBA didn't like that because offense sells tickets. So with the way that the league is now, you can't really touch guys and this and that. And it's a whole different mentality. But that's why you got a whole bunch more offense going on. So, you know, guys aren't really too focused on defense. I don't even know if coaches really teach defense.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.